Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from wherever you're communicating from. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new around here, welcome to my channel. Don't forget to click the subscribe button. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys another strategy that I have for nasdeq. This time around, I'll be working with nasdeq, NAS 100. Now, this nasdeq is one of the fastest moving markets on the forex market, and with that being different kinds of a strategy. We're going to be using a different kind of a strategy because we're going to be using some indicators that some of you are very familiar with. We're going to pick them up from the trend indicator list. We'll use some indicators, some inbuilt indicators, as well as some fundamental analysis. In case you guys don't know what fundamental analysis is on the forex market, fundamental analysis, these are simply factors like political factors. We're talking about political factors that affect the market, and also some banking factors that affect the market. So that analysis is simply called fundamental analysis, because as we all know it, there are times where when you trade on the market, you use news to trade. So that's also a fundamental kind of way of analysis. So today we're going to be taking that into practice, so please pay attention until the end of this video, because there is a lot to learn here. So ladies and gentlemen, apart from forex trading, the lessons that I give on forex trading, apart from that, there are a whole bunch of other entertaining instruments that you can find on my channel, because I also give some financial literacy on certain things that are happening in the financial market. Every time I do my research, I come back to my channel and make a video about that, so you can also subscribe for that. Apart from that, I also love to vlog, just some natural vlogs here in Lusaka, Zambia. I'm based in Lusaka, Zambia. That's my country. So if you want to see that too, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. And please do not forget to share the channel, because I also give out some e-wallets, some free e-wallets. You guys can check my last video where I gave away some e-wallets. What I'm simply trying to do is grow one of the biggest communities in Africa. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you hit the subscribe button and share to as many people as you can. So now let's get into the video. Ladies and gentlemen, the first thing we are going to simply do is add the inbuilt indicators. So the first indicators that I'm going to add, so I always make sure that in as much as I can trade better on my computer, I always try by all means to use my phone, because I know everybody has a smartphone and it's easier to trade. I try by all means to make it that kind of diverse, so much so that everybody's able to listen and also practice on their various different accounts. So this is a testing too, and you guys should understand that a lot of traders that trade nasdeq have really become successful and super rich using this strategy that I'm about to show you. So please pay attention. The first indicator I'm going to add is the RSI, the relative strength index. This is the relative strength index. Now make sure you check for the settings on period. This is not how it is usually, it's on default. So make sure you take a screenshot and change the settings to the way I'm going to put them. So your first RSI, I'm going to simply, okay, so the first RSI period is 1, apply to close, the style is through pixel. You can put any color there. I went with blue. The levels, on the other hand, of this RSI, the level above should be 90 and the level below should be 80. Then the style should be 1 pixel, like that. Okay, and then we say done. So that's the RSI below there. So on this RSI, we're also going to add a moving average. So indicator window 1, F plus. We're going to add a moving average, the trend indicator. So moving average, as you guys can see, also it's going to be in default settings, so make sure you change the settings to the way I have put them. So the period supposed to be 10, shift supposed to be 1, the method is linear weight, apply to close, then 3 pixels. Again, it can be any color you feel like. The level is always 1 pixel here. Then we say done. Then we have our red line there, that is our moving average. Apart from that, we're going to add another indicator, another RSI just below the chart. So we go there, we go to main chart, and then we add our relative strength index again, like that. So this time around, the levels should change. The levels at the top should be 80, then below should be 15. Okay, like that. So with the next RSI, period is 1, applied to close. The pixel is 3, and then the level it's 80 and 15 this time around. Then you press done. There it is below. Okay, so now ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we have put the RSI below there. Now on that RSI below there, it's going to we are simply going to attach another indicator. This time not the moving average, but we're going to attach the Ichimoku. So let me go back to my indicators. I'll go to indicator window 2 this time, because I want it to be on the RSI of the second chart below. So this is the Ichimoku Kinko Hayo. I don't really know how you pronounce that, but yes, it's also among the trend indicators. So the Ichimoku, as you can see. So make sure the perimeters and everything else are exactly the same, because usually it's not like this. Usually it's on its default settings. So you should make sure that you change the settings. With the perimeters, it's supposed to be 999. Don't tick the fill box. And then with the styles, it's 4411 and 3. With that being said, you can press done like that. Okay. And then, so now ladies and gentlemen, we have the RSI at the top there with its moving average in the red line, and then we have another RSI below with its Ichimoku, the blue line. So now, after you have done this one is simply just helping you to accurately predict. Okay, it's helping you to accurately predict. But after we have done this, now we move on to the next step, which is a super important step. You're going to go to your App Store or Play Store, whichever kind of device you're using. So it's App Store or Play Store. And after you do that, you're going to download this application here. The application is called CNBC. Okay, CNBC. This is the application that you need to download. Immediately you download this application, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, I have already downloaded this application. Make sure you sign up. Okay, make sure you sign up with your email and create a password so you can have an official account with them. So immediately you do this. So ladies and gentlemen, this application, CNBC application, this is it's more of a fundamental kind of application used if you want to know what the big movers, or rather what's happening in these big markets. So as you guys know it, for example, if I talk about nasdeq is simply an index that is accompanied by huge companies, big companies simply combined, and those companies make nasdeq. So some of those companies that are inside nasdeq are companies like Tesla, big companies like Google, companies like Amazon.com, Facebook, and so on and so forth. Those companies drive the nasdeq because all those companies are part of nasdeq. So immediately you have the application, you need to come to the 3 lines above here, and then you come to where it says watch lists. Immediately you click on watch lists. It's not going to come in this kind of way, but you need to make sure that you create your own watch list. Now I'm just going to simply give you an example of how that is done. Okay, so let me come here. This is how you create a watch list. Say create new watch list, as you can see there. So let me name this one the nasdeq movers. Nasdeq okay, we're just going to do it like that, nasdeq movers. I'm going to name this one the nasdeq movers again, since I already have a watch list named the nasdeq movers, but I'm just trying to show you guys for educational purposes. So I say okay. So as you guys can see, a new playlist has been made. Okay, a new playlist has been made. It's right here. That is the new playlist. So now what needs to happen, ladies and gentlemen, is I need to add different kinds of companies to that watch list. Okay, so how you do that, you simply come on the plus sign here like that, and then I need to add these big companies. So with nasdeq, of course, I'll add about 5 big companies that really make the market move. The first one is Google. It's also known as Alphabet Class A. So like that. Immediately click on it, it's going to come there like that. So I have added Google. I'm going to add Tesla as well. Tesla has currently reached over $1 trillion market cap, and that is why nasdeq was moving really quickly yesterday. It was moving super quick, but right now it's falling actually. So we can see all that's happening because of what's happening in all these different major companies. So apart from Tesla, we're also going to add Facebook. Okay. Apart from Facebook, okay, so in other words, that is how you add. So now after you have added all the companies, it's going to look like this. So the companies that you should add are Tesla, number one, add Tesla, add Facebook, add Apple, as you can see, add Microsoft. Let me just be ticking them so that you can see that these are there. So number one, add Tesla there, add Facebook, add Apple, add Microsoft, add Amazon, add Google, add Adobe Inc. If you want, you can add the nasdeq Inc., or if you want, you can't add it, it's fine. So once you have it like that, once you have added all these companies, it should look something like this. So ladies and gentlemen, when you have added all these big companies, the major players, it's going to look something like this. Okay, apart from that, you can come to the 3 dots and click on extended hours. You tick extended hours so you can see the figures changing in actual real time. And with that being said, there's only 2 things involved in this circle. So you find that when you have all these companies like this, what you're focusing on are the greens and the reds. Okay, the more greens the companies have, that is a simple sign that the market is trending up. Okay, for example, in this case, now this is a disclaimer, something that you should actually understand and know is that the best time to trade with this kind of fundamental analysis is around 15:30 p.m. 15:30 p.m. Immediately 15:30 p.m. you come to the application and see which ones are trending. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you find that for example, what you simply focus on are the greens and the reds. Okay, what you simply focus on are the greens and the reds. The more greens you have, that's the higher chance of the market trending up. Okay, and another thing you need to pay attention to are the volumes of that market. For example, we see Google is doing really well. It got plus 1.62%, which is plus 44.47, and then we also have Amazon that basically did well as well. So what you should be paying attention to is the plus. For example, Amazon is saying plus 54.26. That is a good sign that the market is going to trend up and everything is going to become green. Because when you notice that a company has plus 30, meaning it's plus 1%, Okay, plus 30, it means it's plus 1% volume in that particular time or maybe hour. As I said, you'll find that what you should notice how the company has done in that particular period of time. For example, Amazon has been gaining momentum. Now it's plus 54.26, which is over 1%. Google, the same thing. So that's also a guide that shows you that the company is doing well. And nasdeq in itself can be all greens, maybe in the next 2, 4, 3 hours, because you find that company like Google has gone plus 1%, which is plus 30 or more. That's why we can see that Google is plus 42.46, then Amazon is plus 52.40. So with that being said, you see that nasdeq in this case is actually gaining momentum. Now, just as I said earlier, the best time to trade is 15:30 p.m. 15:30 p.m. is when the markets start to move. Okay, is when the markets start to move rapidly. Now, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to give you an example of what I'm simply talking about, because I am saying that the more greens you have, the higher the chance of the market, being bullish or rather trending up. So in this case, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 greens and only 2 reds. So if we go back to our MetaTrader, let's go back to nasdeq. We go back to nasdeq like this. Okay, when we go back to nasdeq in this kind of case, like this, we go back to nasdeq in this kind of case. Always remember that you trade on the 5 minutes time frame. 5 minutes time frame is one of the best time frames to trade when you're trying to use this kind of analysis. Now, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you will find that just as I explained in the previous video of how we use the RSI and the Ichimoku, the moving average, and so on and so forth, you will find that the moving average has touched the selling point, which is 90. And the Ichimoku has already crossed the selling point, which is 80, and now has come all the way down. It's come all the way down, hence it's very, very possible it wants to start reversing and going up. Okay, as you can see, this is what it's doing. The reason why it's showing this and this is coming up is because when we come to the application here, you will see that the biggest movers in the market are all gaining momentum. So meaning that it's very, very possible the market might go bullish. Now, in this objective, it's not 100% accurate due to the time I am showing you this video, because the time is currently 7 p.m., which is 19 hours, somewhere there, 19:43. It's not 100% accurate. But when you trade with this strategy at 15:30, ladies and gentlemen, it works like magic. It works amazing. So with that being said, that is the strategy I had for you. I'm not too certain if I've been hands-on on everything, but if you have any kinds of questions, please let us chat in the comment section. As well as you can also join my Telegram group. I post some signals in there, different kinds of signals, currency signals, nasdeq signals, volatility, boom and crash, and so on and so forth. So feel free to join that Telegram group as well. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and peace out. I'll see you guys in the next video.